Hi guys, my name is Stephanie, and sitting right beside me is the author of Just the Way You Are Girl, Grace Nyamahunge. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling blessed, Stephanie. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for having me here today.
Definitely. Just the Way You Are Girl is a book Grace wrote to help women embrace their womanhood, to overcome self-defeating behavior, and really help them renew their minds in order to improve the quality of their lives and relationships. And today we'll be discussing a coaching program she created called the Femininity and Sexuality Masterclass. Grace, could you tell us about this coaching program?
Well, Steffi, the Femininity and Sexuality Masterclass is a 4-week coaching program that I have prepared based on the principles that I talk about in the book. And I'll be working with women for these 4 weeks, and we shall be exploring, different aspects on how to succeed with dating and romantic relationships.
Yeah. Okay, so let's dive right in. So the first week, you talk to the women about aligning themselves to nature's rhythm. Explain what that means.
Well, it all goes back to the nature of our existence, the way God has designed life to operate. When you look at life, it's got principles or laws that govern every aspect of life. And so these rules have been put in place so that, we can know how to navigate life, but also to maintain order and fairness, in dealing with the issues to do with life.
Yeah.
So you find that there are laws, for example, which govern the way we do parenting. There are laws to govern with, that show us how we can do leadership, management, business, and so is relationships. Dating and romance has got rules that govern it. And so in the first session of the masterclass, I'll be bringing that to the ladies' awareness and encouraging them and inspiring them to learn these rules of dating so that now they can start applying the rules, and that way they will be able to be in sync with the rhythm of nature, and they will find relationships and life more meaningful.
Nice.
Yeah.
So Grace, in your book, you bring to light some of the unconscious mistakes that women tend to make in dating and romance. And you say that these mistakes are usually caused by their past childhood traumatic experiences and upbringing. Could you explain more on that?
Yeah, Steffi, still I will go back to the way life has been designed to function. On a large extent, our external behavior or circumstances are influenced by our inner programming. And so this particular session in the masterclass, I'm calling it inner engineering, because the best way to address behavior is to understand where it comes from and what purpose it serves, because every behavior really is serving a certain purpose. Yeah. And so I'll be getting women to now reflect back on their inner, to go back deep and dig into those wounds, those past experiences,
yes.
those childhood, traumas that are influencing the way they are behaving now, that are influencing the mistakes they are making now, which are working against them. And so I will equip women with different psychological and spiritual tools on how they can be able to fix their inner wounds, and how they can generally, be able to take control, of their life, overcome their fears, and take responsibility for their own, happiness, become more emotionally, stable, and that way they can attract the kind of love and devotion that they so much desire from men.
Yeah. Wow, very insightful.
Yeah.
So I had no idea that I am walking around with an energy inside of me that influences all my decisions. And in your book, you address this energy as the secret feminine power. Tell me what that power is all about.
Yeah, that's what I call the feminine energy, or feminine secret power, is really a life energy that all of us human beings have. Yeah. But for women specifically, this is the energy that powers our entire life.
Yeah.
It is the energy that's responsible for regulating, for example, our emotional stability. It's the energy that is responsible for our health and vitality. And so is our creativity. And in the masterclass, I'll be showing women what are some of the things that deplete this energy. How can they generate more of this energy so that they can be able to attract magnetically, not only good men, but success in all aspects of their lives. Yes. How, for example, a woman can use their feminine energy to trigger a man's romantic emotions. And so we'll be exploring in the masterclass, how can we really harness this feminine energy.
Wow,
Yeah.
very nice. Now, Grace, sex is a very, very sensitive topic to talk about in public, but you have boldly written about it in your book. And you talk about how a woman can walk sexually confident. How can a woman do that?
Well, it's. I agree with you. It's really a fact that issues of sexuality and sex are a taboo. They are not publicly spoken about. And for me, that is my biggest inspiration. Yeah? That is why all my work that I do with relationship coaching and even my book really is to shine light in this area of sexuality so that I can inspire women and encourage them really to be more sexually confident. So in the masterclass, we'll be looking at how can a woman, because we are sexual beings. That is who we are. And so it's very important for us to harness that and be confident and embrace that as women. So I will be showing them how can they, for example, get their sexual needs met. Yeah. How can they draw boundaries around their sexuality? Yeah. How can they communicate, their needs? Yeah. And that way they will be able to, to be more sexually confident, but also, they will have, more sexually fulfilling lives. So yes, in the masterclass, that is an area, that is very pertinent, which we shall be addressing with the women in the masterclass.
Wow, very, very beautiful. So I am aware that you have an additional bonus feature to the masterclass program. Could you tell us a bit about it?
Okay, I call it bonus because I felt as I was preparing the masterclass, and I'm like, now that a woman, is aligned to nature's rhythm, she's dealt with her wounds and pains. She knows how to harness her feminine power. She's learned how to, to be, sexually confident.
Yes.
What next? I felt like, it's important for women also to understand, their purpose, for example.
Yes.
So I'm calling this particular session in the masterclass, I'm calling it Find Your Voice. And here I'll be helping women to discover their purpose.
Yeah.
What is it that God has created for them to be? Yeah. What is that? Because every one of us has a mission that we came in this earth to fulfill.
Yes.
So I'll help women, to find out and align themselves to that mission, because then they will live a life that is more fulfilling, a life of significance. They'll be able to contribute. Yeah? They'll even understand more what their role is. That's the other thing that we're going to talk about. What are the roles of a woman, for example? And how can you align? How can you really make sure that you balance all those roles as a woman? So that is the bonus that I feel will really, really add value, and that will make this package more comprehensive. So I would really encourage you and many other women and young adult girls out there to please sign up, because we're going to be taking small numbers of women every month. So please sign up and be part of this. Learn how to embrace your femininity and sexuality, and how to win as a woman, just the way you are.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and follow Grace on all her social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Just the Way You Are Girl. And you can buy the book. It is available on Jumia and at the Crown Supermarket in Chanja, as well as Aristoc. You can also contact the number below for direct deliveries. Thank you so much. Have a nice time.
Absolutely, I love you just